Summer came to Nandavan and the water disappeared. The village pond had completely dried up, not a single drop of water left. Bholu looked at the cracked mud and said, "But there was water here just yesterday. It's dried up like a biscuit." Guddu came too. Both friends looked at the empty pond together. Bholu kept shaking his clay pot upside down. Not a single drop. Guddu put his finger on his temple. That means his brain is working. He said, "Bholu, I have a plan."
Guddu jumped up and said,
"Don't worry, everyone. We'll go into the jungle and find a new pond. I'll lead the way."
Tota flew high, very high, and shouted,
"Breaking news! There's a secret pond hidden deep in the jungle. Exclusive report."
Everyone set off behind Guddu. But the jungle path was not as easy as they thought. A huge tree had fallen across the path, completely blocking the way. They couldn't go left, couldn't go right. Guddu said, "I'll climb over it." He climbed and got stuck. His back strap caught on a branch.
"Guys, I'm absolutely fine. No help needed."
Bholu said, "Why is this tree in the middle of the path?" And lifted the entire tree, just like that, like it was nothing. Guddu fell free. "I was getting out on my own." Bholu just sped things up a bit. Ahead, 3 paths appeared. Guddu said, "Left." Sheru said, "Right." A king's instinct. Tota shouted from above, "You ground walkers, just fly over it." 3 opinions, 3 directions, nobody agreeing. And then Dheeraj noticed something. He was walking at the very back, but he was the first to see it. Wet soil on the ground, green moss on the rocks. Everyone went quiet. Dheeraj said calmly, "Water always flows downward. Look at this wet soil. Look at this moss." The flow went this way, toward the middle path. Guddu's pointing arm came down. Sheru's stick lowered. The smallest one spoke, and everyone listened. And everyone followed, behind Dheeraj. The smallest, the slowest, leading the way. The path got greener, wetter. Water was getting closer. And then, there it was. A beautiful hidden pond. Crystal clear water. Lotus flowers, butterflies, a small waterfall. As if the jungle had shared its deepest secret. Bholu jumped in. Splash! The biggest belly flop ever. Everyone got drenched. They drank, played, splashed. Bholu said, "This water is so cold." And then another plan popped into Guddu's head. "Wait, we can't just drink water here and go home. All of Nandavan is thirsty. We need to bring this water back." Bholu said, "How? In a bucket? That's a lot of water." Guddu looked at the bamboo trees growing near the pond. "Not a bucket, a pipeline." Guddu had the idea. But the plan? The plan was Dheeraj's. He drew a complete blueprint in the wet mud with his pencil. Here's the pond, here's the bamboo, here's the slope, here's Nandavan. Everyone crouched down and looked. Guddu said, "This is it." Bholu said, "I don't really understand it, but I'm with you." Sheru said nothing, just nodded. The plan was good. Guddu had the dream. Dheeraj brought it down to earth, and everyone got to work together. Bholu used his strength to carry heavy bamboo trunks. Alone. Guddu directed where to place them, how to connect them. Dheeraj measured the slope. Without the right angle, water won't flow. Tota surveyed the entire route from above, aerial view. And Sheru? For the first time ever, Sheru rolled up his sherwani sleeves and started tying bamboo pieces together with vine rope. The king got his hands dirty for the first time. And when water flowed through the bamboo pipeline for the first time, everyone watched. Clear, sparkling water flowing through bamboo from the jungle toward Nandavan. Guddu's eyes lit up. The plan worked! Bholu jumped and clapped his big paws in the air. Dheeraj wrote in his notebook, "Success." And Sheru? For the first time, Sheru smiled for real. Not his usual smug face. A genuine smile. And when that water reached the dried pond of Nandavan, water spread across the cracked ground. The cracks began to fill. The grass began to turn green. The same sad frog from before, now jumping with joy. Deer came to drink. Birds came to bathe. Nandavan was coming back to life. And all of this they did together. Sheru said, "I was saying all along, the middle path." Everyone looked at him. Nobody said a word. They just rolled their eyes. And Nani Ma? Nani Ma was already there, making chai. How did she get there? When did she arrive? Nobody knows. Nani Ma said, "Dear child, without Tota, would you have found the pond? Without Bholu, would the path have opened? Without Dheeraj, would you have found the right direction? Alone, nobody can do everything. But together, everything is possible." Everyone has a special talent, my dear. You just need to learn to see each other's gifts. Everyone took a cup of chai, sat down on the ground, and listened. Guddu, Bholu, Sheru, Dheeraj, Tota, all together. Small clay cups of warm chai, Nani Ma's words, and the quiet of the jungle. No plans, no breaking news, no claims. Just chai and friendship. That evening, everyone walked home together. Thirst quenched, path found. Friendship made stronger. There is strength in unity, and everyone's talent matters. Nandavan Tales. Every story, a lesson.